Hello and welcome to Barely Contained, the podcast that crashes through the privet hedge of celebrity showbiz reporting like Katie Price and a pink Range Rover. I'm Chris Beckett, and joining me as ever is Matt Withers. Hello and a Happy New Year to you, Matt.
Yes, hi, Happy New Year to you, Chris. I hope all's good.
Yeah, not bad.
Well, we'll bring that crashing to a...
Let's move on.
Bring that crashing to a halt with some absolutely turgid online celebrity journalism. Do you fancy a bit of that going into 2019?
I would say, why the hell not?
Well, let's start with a bang then. This comes from the Mirror Online, and it's headlined, Lisa Appleton goes completely naked for a dip in a dirty lake in the Maldives.
Right, well, Lisa Appleton, as far as I know, she's a newcomer to the podcast. This shy, retiring star. Perhaps you could shed a bit more light on her.
Well, Lisa Appleton was in Series 9 of Big Brother, the civilian Big Brother, R.I.P.
The golden age of the show by that point.
She doesn't have her own Wikipedia entry, but if you go to the Wikipedia entry for Big Brother Series 9, you can see what she got up to in the house and then what she got up to after the house, which is one line. In February 2009, Lisa received minor local press attention after she and fiancé Mario found a pecan weevil in a bowl of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes.
Well, minor indeed.
And sadly, the link to the This Is Cheshire website no longer exists, so I have to take Wiki's word for that. I'm afraid. I should say in this headline where it says "dirty lake in the Maldives," stroke Maldives, whatever tomato, that the Maldives is in inverted commas, suggesting that the sub responsible has got a question mark over
where, an element of doubt
over where these pictures were taken. So the subhead is everyone's favourite Binstagram celebrity left the rubbish at home as she stripped off for a dip.
Now, Binstagram.
Yeah.
What is that?
I had to Google this as well. Binstagram is the internet trend of posting a picture of oneself putting out the bins in one's underwear.
Ah, okay. And who started this?
I'm not sure who started it. I mean, it was a short-lived trend.
Right.
Obviously, Lisa Appleton's done it. Regular listeners will not be surprised to know that our favourite Beck Shiner has also taken part in this, and various other kind of people that I've never heard of.
I hope she threw the rest of the crunchy nuts away.
Right. She's our favourite Binstagram reality star. But even Lisa Appleton needs a break from taking the rubbish out in her pants. And I'm just going to name and shame here. This is by Lucy Buckland at the Mirror. As you can imagine, Lisa's breaks are far from conventional, contain very few clothes, and aren't family-friendly. For this New Year's holiday, and to celebrate turning the big 5-0, Lisa decided to treat herself to an all-expensive Maldives break.
Why not? Go for it, girl.
They have had it here the caveat, at least that's what we've been told.
Yeah, this is actionable stuff. Lisa, if you did go to the Maldives, I think you've got Lucy Buckland banged to rights.
Take her to the cleaners. I mean, to be fair, the pictures are not persuasive. While Sam Fayers and co. were sunning themselves on the white sands and dipping their feet into the crystal clear sea, Big Brother star Lisa discovered a dirty-looking lake and decided to strip off and take a dip.
Oh, that's natural. Your response to a dirty-looking lake.
I mean, there's pictures here where the picture desk at Mirror Online has done the absolute bare minimum in trying to disguise her assets. Yeah, I mean, they've really not gone to a huge effort to try and disguise the fact that she's not wearing anything. Showing off her new plastic surgery bod, Lisa looked fantastic as she fooled around in the water.
There's a very weird kind of juxtaposition between slating the fact that she's perhaps not in the Maldives and in some sort of scummy lake, and then suddenly it's a change of heart, she looks fantastic.
Yeah, well, that's because she's thought, hey, hang on, I'm in legal dirty water myself.
Bane and antidote.
Lisa has spent a whopping £1,200 on a facelift and eyelid lifting procedure and was obviously keen to make the most of her beach break.
This story is very much giving me a chance to work out my eyebrow raising procedure.
Yeah. I mean, you say story.
Yeah, I don't mean story.
In only the very loosest of sense. On social media, Lisa has been reflective on her past year and took to Twitter to thank fans and followers for supporting her throughout 2018. And here comes the reflection. Thank you to everyone who has supported me through this year's highs and lows and kept my spirits up with your banter, BANTA, the former Big Brother contestant commented online. She went on to thank fans for their kind words, declaring them all stars.
I think in years to come we'll consider Lisa Appleton like on a par with sort of the Pope and the Queen in terms of, seasonal addresses.
I see her more as a kind of Confucius for our age, with her thoughtful aphorisms.
I can honestly say, who wouldn't look forward to cracking open a fortune cookie and seeing a message from Lisa Appleton?
Also, I mean, she's declaring them all stars. I mean, if she is, then technically they are.
Yeah.
She went on to explain. So this is good. So she's gone for her all expenses paid break in the Maldives. She went on to explain she would be in Blackpool for when the clock struck midnight, and she revealed what she would be giving up in 2019.
Direct flight from the Maldives to Blackpool.
Yeah, I mean, people said it wouldn't work.
It was a gamble.
Yeah. It'd be like when there used to be those direct flights between Cardiff and Norwich.
Yeah.
People said it wouldn't work. I mean, that one didn't.
Naysayers gonna nay.
This is good. Wishing everyone a happy new year. All the best for 2029, she wrote, getting her years slightly confused.
I mean, we're already in Blade Runner territory with 2019. I'm still trying to adjust to that. I'm sure even Ridley Scott never quite could have foreseen Lisa Appleton or the Binstagram trend.
I'm off to sunny Blackpool to celebrate Woo, she continued, then revealing New Year's resolutions. Keep fit, eat healthy, aim high PMA, love and laugh, to name a few.
Nice. Well, should there be a comma between celebrating Woo? Or is she celebrating Woo?
I think, it should really be a full stop and then Woo with an exclamation mark. But you're the sub-editor.
Well, yeah. Let's draw a photo for that.
However, she added, I won't be giving up the wine, the more the merrier, lol, cheers.
So say all of us.
Yeah, so Happy New Year 2029 to Lisa Appleton and all barely contained listeners.
Exactly.
So, Chris, I believe you're bringing to the table in 2019 a story about 50% of the stars of the unnecessary and ill-thought-through Phoenix Nights spin-off, Max and Paddy.
I am indeed, Matt. Right, so this is by Eve Wagstaff in The Sun Online, and the headline, How Dare He? I think you should read that, How Dare He? Paddy McGuinness posts picture of himself covered in milk as 2-litre container explodes on him in the supermarket. Fans were quick to poke fun of the Take Me Out star and advising he, in quotes, shouldn't cry over spilt milk.
Very good.
Nice. Paddy McGuinness was left with milk on his face after a 2-litre container of milk exploded all over him while out shopping.
Okay. Do we need to go on?
Well, left with milk on his face. I'm sure that's almost a well-known saying.
Yeah.
Posting a photo for his fans on Instagram, his followers couldn't help but poke fun out of the comedic star.
I like the comedic star. It's kind of Dickensian way of describing a comedian, isn't it?
He's very much into the japes. Posting the photo to social media, Paddy, 45, captioned the image, just had a 2-litre bottle of milk explode all over me in the supermarket. My top, pants and trainers all covered in semi-skims. I'm now walking around stinking of baby sick. If anyone asks, I'll just say I'm a plasterer. Brackets, sick.
Yeah, questions. How he's got this covered in just 2 litres of milk, I don't know. Also, the The placement of the sick in the squared brackets after plasterer would suggest that he spelt it wrong.
Yeah.
But he spelt it perfectly correctly right.
Yes, it's very odd. And does milk does not smell that badly instantaneously.
No, he would have been exceptionally unfortunate to have got a 3-week out-of-date bottle of milk and then it exploded.
So I think saying he stinks of baby sick, that doesn't quite
Maybe
work.
he has a baby that vomits pure fresh milk.
Maybe. I think he possibly does have a baby, but that's just adding in extraneous information that he's not really introduced.
No.
The cheeky host of Take Me Out added the hashtags I'm now lactose intolerant, hashtag milk grenade, hashtag I need to burn my clothes, and hashtag no bukkake comments please.
Yeah, I'd really like this one not to be ticked into the explicit content on iTunes.
Yes.
If you just want to move on from that.
Yeah, it's quite odd that he's brought it up, to be honest. Commenting on his post on Instagram, his cheeky followers, fans, were quick to poke fun out of the Take Me Out star and advise him he shouldn't cry over spilt milk. Mimicking his famous catchphrases from the dating show, one fan teased, "Let the mop see the aisle," while another wrote, "Let the milk see the paddy." Meanwhile,
just on that, on Let the Milk See the Paddy, they've also used the thumbs up emoji and the emoji of somebody laughing so much that they're crying and their head's rocking back. So they're obviously really, really pleased with Let the Milk See the Paddy.
Yeah. Also, that emoji is the one where you get into a row with someone on Twitter and they post that emoji and you realise that you don't really want to talk to them anymore.
Yes.
Meanwhile, several of his followers advised he should stop milking it. Paddy and pal Andrew Freddie Flintoff confirmed last year that they'd signed a 2-year deal to host a new series of Top Gear. The pair will replace Matt LeBlanc, 51, and BBC bosses are hoping the pair will bring back the glory years.
Yeah, well, best of luck with that.
Not very well written, this, isn't it? The pair will replace, and BBC bosses are hoping the pair will... Could just say they. Anyway.
'Tis a little verbose.
Yes. The pals signed a 2-year deal last week to host the car show from 2019, earning each around £500,000. The Lancastrians will join Chris Harris, 43, who is staying on. Now, Chris, if you ever want to speak to someone, or just maybe vent during a recording of the new series, please feel free to tweet us. We are here for you. Tweet at barely_pod. Matt, now switching, I understand you have a great story about Love's Young Dream in the Daily Mirror.
Yeah, this is by Vicky Newman in the Mirror Online, and it's headline, Megan Barton-Hanson and Wes Nelson go on sexiest horse ride ever as she dons tiny thong bikini.
Sexiest horse ride ever. What are the contenders?
Oh, the 1993 Grand National always does it for me.
I was thinking you've got Lady Godiva for the historical. You've got Seabiscuit, possibly.
Yeah.
Putin.
I mean, it's niche.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't that many contenders, so I think there is a market here.
Megan Barton-Hanson and Wes Nelson, you au fait with these characters?
Kind of, but you could probably do with jogging my memory a little bit.
Well, had you have asked me, I would have guessed Megan, double-barreled name, made in Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Wes Nelson was the guy who briefly presented the Radio 1 chart show in the early noughties.
Okay.
Anyway, they're not. They've been dubbed the only Love Island couple who actually like each other during the recent Christmas reunion.
Yeah, I noticed that bit's in quotes. It's not exactly catchy.
No, I presume that's not, that's not how they're introduced on posters when they're going round provincial flesh pots doing nightclub PAs.
It's no Posh and Becks or,
Should say that this story was filed by Vicky Newman at 7:23 p.m. on Christmas Day. So, Merry Christmas, Vicky, from the Mirror Online news desk. Megan Barton-Hanson is bound to have got pulses racing when she went on the sexiest horse ride ever.
Depends if you've had a flutter.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't really get going unless I've, been to Ladbrokes.
Yeah, that's
Other
it.
Betting, so it's available.
I listen to Ray Winston, and if you're watching any form of spectate sport and you haven't got money on it, then you're somehow Not a real man.
Yeah, exactly.
The blonde beauty donned a tiny thong bikini as she led a horse around the beach during her romantic getaway to Mauritius with Beau Wes Nelson. I mean, is that, if she's leading it around the beach, is that technically a horse ride?
That's not an attempt to give him a double barrel name as well, is it? Beau Wes Nelson.
Yeah. The Love Island couple, who were dubbed the only ones who actually like each other during the recent Christmas reunion, stripped down to their swimmers for a horseback ride along the beach. The lovers appear to be making the most of their time together before Wes starts filming Dancing on Ice in January by heading off for a romantic holiday together.
Fine.
Megan, 24, looked as stunning as ever in a skimpy black bandeau top and tiny thong bottoms. I don't know what that is.
No, I mean, you know.
She was pictured leading a horse by the reins along the beach with the waves splashing up towards them.
Maybe she was attempting to get it to drink.
Yeah. She's like, I've always wanted to test this. Wes, 20, showed off his rock-hard abs in a pair of black swimming shorts as he led a horse of his own while holding hands with his girl.
Why do abs always have to be rock hard?
Yeah, they are.
They can't be just, his hard abs.
Megan later slipped a pair of black crochet trousers over the top of her bikini bottoms, and it seemed Wes couldn't get enough as he pulled her in for a kiss.
That's the sort of effect black crochet trousers always have on me.
The pair climbed up into the saddles for a romantic horse ride along the sand. I mean, they're really dragging this out now.
Like the horse.
It comes after Megan hit back at trolls who sent her nasty messages when she gained a stone in weight.
Maybe she was leading a horse over a bridge and there were some trolls. No?
Yes.
Very a bit too off-piste.
Very good. This goes on for a little bit. So I'm going to move on to a story that kind of updates this tale for the ages more recently.
Yeah, but Matt, wasn't one of them going to go on Dancing on Ice?
Yes, they were. Yes, and that's where I'm going with this. Should say that at the bottom of this Mirror article, it does say, do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@trinitymirror.com. No, there's only two people, really, who could have sold that story.
Yeah. I mean, the horse is keeping stum.
It's not going to be the horse. No. Imagine a horse trying to email somebody. It's going to be absolute chaos.
Perhaps the horse had a handler. Are we expected to believe that Megan and Wes just, were left alone? Steeds.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're not suggesting that the handler of these horses sold a story to the Mirror Online.
We can't possibly say yes or no.
Yeah. I am suggesting that they themselves have.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that does seem quite credible.
Yeah, this was a follow-up more recently, a couple of days ago, on the Daily Star online. It says, Megan Barton-Hanson begs Wes Nelson to be careful with his penis ahead of Dancing on Ice. This was obviously on the Sunday that the show debuted. Ahead of tonight's show, Megan took to Instagram to wish her beau luck in front of her 1.8 million Instagram followers. It's obviously been decreed that the correct terminology for their relationship is that he is her beau.
Going back to the headline.
Yeah.
Be careful with your penis. It seems like the sort of advice like a father might give to their son before they go off to university.
I don't know what advice your father gave to you before you went off to university. It's very different from mine.
He's a medic. Just thinking about my health.
Sharing a picture of Wes and his professional dance partner Vanessa Bauer, the beauty captioned the shot, so excited to see Wes Nelson do his first live group dance tonight. On Dancing on Ice, eek. She continued, good luck, baby. I love you. You work so hard and we all know how competitive you are.
Aww.
Beg you please don't break anything in the process, followed by 3 emojis of a turnip, a kinky face, and one laughing.
Now, emojis.
Yeah.
A turnip?
I am not a regular user of the emojis. I believe that the kids want to use the aubergine in lieu of an official penis emoji.
Yeah, I would have thought having a penis compared to a turnip would probably not be particularly flattering.
Oh, I'm more thinking that there can't possibly be a turnip emoji. I mean, turnips, they're not...
You have to download it specially.
Yeah, they're not a big part of life in the 21st century, are they?
Hang on. Plenty of farmers would be taking umbrage right now.
Yeah, marching on the offices of whoever it is that comes up with emojis with their pitchforks.
Yes.
Saying that we've not been able to converse over WhatsApp because you won't give us a turnip.
Yeah, stop leading with the aubergine. Turnips time. On which emoji-related bombshell, I think that's probably about it for this week. That was pretty good, wasn't it, Matt?
I think it's been a vast improvement on some of our recent output.
2019 starting with a bang, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking, awards.
This could be our year, Rodney. So if you want to follow our progress, listen out for maybe revisit some of our earlier work. You can go to our Twitter account, which is @barely_pod, or look at our Facebook feed, which is just look at Barely Contained the Podcast on Facebook, or just generally download. Follow us.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, on Google Podcasts, on all good and bad podcatchers, and of course we are on Spotify.
Oh yeah, Spotify. I'm quite intrigued if maybe people would get in touch and tell us what they've been listening to that then recommended that they listen to us afterwards. That will probably help us. So thank you very much, Matt.
It's been a real pleasure.
Cool. We'll see you next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.